Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Fire Emblem Heroes Battle Showcase. Today we are here with the dear professor and his students to take down the Simp Master Aelfric. I thought it'd be fun to do another solo clear like I did for Solon, the savior of all. But this time for Aelfric, you know, he's been a little too creepy towards Byleth's mom, so I thought we'd just send the professor in and take him out. I thought it'd be fitting, and unlike Solon's map, this one doesn't have reinforcements, so maybe it's not as interesting. It's not quite as difficult of a map, but it is still kind of tough, because all your units are spread out. And for a solo, it's easy for them to just end up dead. You kind of have to rush in very quickly. It's a short map because of that, but you have to rush in and take them out. Otherwise, these guys will creep up and take out your units while they're split off. So it was a little difficult in that regard. But mostly, I just wanted to have Byleth versus Aelfric, okay? Real quick, let's take a look at the dear professor. Since this is a solo, he's the only one who's going to be doing anything, and he's just running his DC Spurn set. Nothing too exciting. Pulse Smoke's actually important because these guys can hit with the specials and take him out, and then Def Res solo just gives him a little more bulk on each side. I was gonna stack speed, but actually most of these units aren't that fast. I think this Bow Cavalier reaches like the fastest. Yeah, this one only hits like 36 with Blarfox. This guy's using a Brave Axe, so speed doesn't really matter. This guy's decently fast too, I guess. But none of them are as fast as Byleth. And then this guy just makes me laugh. Look at him. He's running Swift Sparrow with Bold Fighter and 17 speed. I'm not sure. What's the logic here? I don't get why they didn't just give him Deathblow 4, or like Surge Sparrow might have made sense, I guess, but no, it's Swift Sparrow. So I'm not sure what he's thinking, but I guess this is why you stay in school, so that the professor can teach you how to make a semi-competent build. But yeah, nothing's really outspeeding Byleth, so he didn't need to run something like Kestrel Stance or anything, so we could just double down on our bulk with Def Res solo. And then we've got the three house leaders who are only running their weapons. I did try and remove the weapons, but it made the AI prioritize chasing them down instead of attacking Byleth, and it made positioning bad, so that wasn't good. Anyway, let's go beat up creepy Uncle Aelfric. I joke, but I actually don't hate Aelfric. I think he's an kind of like, yeah, he's kind of messed up, but I can at least see where he's coming from, which I feel like for pretty much every character who isn't a member of those who slither in the dark, you can at least kind of see where they're coming from. I feel like if things were communicated better, if Rhea communicated things with people, Aelfric would not have done anything. I think a lot of his issues stem from having his trust with Rhea broken, and I feel like the same kind of thing for Geralt, actually. If Rhea had communicated, Geralt would have probably stayed at the monastery. And the sad thing is, Rhea didn't even have to fully communicate things. She probably could have gotten away with half truths and kept everyone happy, because most people wouldn't really know the details. The only one who might have really said anything is Sedith, and honestly, I don't think even he would have done anything. So Rhea just kind of messed everything out by not communicating, which at least it's consistent for her character, right? Actually, I do think that Aelfric and Geralt as kind of parallels are kind of interesting, and I think Aelfric's kind of interesting from other characters who are kind of obsessed with a loved one, in that he doesn't really bear ill will towards like Byleth or Geralt. He really just wanted the best for Citri. So I think he's interesting in that regard. But anyways, enough rambling about him. So we're going to start by moving the Professor down, and Dimitri and Edelgard are going to pull back as well. And like I said, we just have to rush in here. There aren't a lot of units, but they do hit pretty hard. And we don't have the luxury of time to kind of pick optimal matchups. We just have to throw Byleth in there and have him go. So he's going to move down. He's going to start by tanking this Blue Cavalier who hits really hard, but we reduce the damage. And slap, slap. Charge up our special. Drop some Pulse Smoke. Not that it matters for this Bow Cavalier. And tank the follow-up attack from him. Now we can use Aether and take out the Bow Cavalier. That Blue Cavalier did have Fatal Smoke, which was giving issues earlier. The original plan was to bait from one of these sides, which are closer, and would minimize the risk of them going after Dimitri or Edelgard. But when I did that, the Fatal Smoke was just messing up our healing, and we'd just get overwhelmed. We're going to have the Professor next attack up here from this position. I tried moving him down here instead, but for some reason, I think Aelfric was just like barely missing the kill or something. We were barely missing the kill on Aelfric, and he was like stopping the thief or something. Although looking at it here, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm not sure what the issue was, but I was having an issue where the thief would move down here instead and corner Edelgard. So we're gonna just move him there. We're gonna pass. Lance Knight will attack, do a big chunk of damage, but we'll reduce it and heal up with the Aether. Drop the Pulse Smoke. Thief attacks into the Professor. Bam. Stalemate. Now Aelfric hits us for 40, but we reduce it, just barely survive, and hit him back with the Aether. I think it's funny that they gave him the Rabbit Tome. It probably wasn't intentional, but rabbits are known for fertility, and Aelfric is a bit of a creep, so fitting. But now we don't want to be near this Lance Knight because Threatened Speed Def will mess us up. So we're just going to pull back and try and bait the dagger to attack us instead. Thief attacks. Doesn't really pose a threat at this point. It's just really helping charge our special. And now Byleth just needs to defend. We don't want to attack into him, and we can start moving the house leaders down to have a class reunion. Doesn't really matter too much. Aether, heal us up, and drop the Pulse Smoke. But again, we don't want to be affected by that threaten, so just gonna move everyone. I really don't need to move the leaders, but it feels nice to just have them moving around and not trapped in the corner. And we'll move these guys. Alright. The positioning on this part was annoying because I think this is fine. Alright, Professor. Nope, that drops threaten on us. Okay, we barely survived anyways. I couldn't remember exactly, and now we can finish the job. Okay, drew that out longer than I needed to because I was being overly cautious and I couldn't remember that positioning, but there we go. He's done. And there we go. Fairly simple clear, fairly simple solo, but considering I'm not good at solos, it was still cool to get it. And our reward is creepy Uncle Aelfric joining us again. And some feathers that I don't need, but there we go. So hopefully that was at least somewhat interesting. I just wanted an excuse to have Byleth solo a map, okay? Anyway, thank you guys as always so much for watching and listening to me ramble about Aelfric, I guess. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and our dear Professor signing out.